Food just hits completely differently when you're harvesting it from your own backyard. Each piece of food has its own story behind it, and you know exactly what went into growing each and every single one of your crops. So today we're going to be harvesting what's ready to pick, fighting off pests that's trying to steal our food, planting for fall, and continuing to build and maintain our backyard food system. I am very excited to announce we finally have our first batch of cucumbers ready. Now, 2 out of the 3 of my kids are completely obsessed with pickles, so it was really a no-brainer. I had to grow a lot of cucumbers this year to make them some homegrown, homemade, fresh garden pickles. This cucumber is stuck. So while I fight to get it out, I wanted to say this. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like my kids are all about all the homemade stuff I make, because sometimes I have to trick and tell them it's not homemade. So for example, a few weeks ago, we ran out of ketchup. The store-bought ketchup, we ran out. And I forget what we were having, but my one twin, oh come on, squeeze it out. My one twin is obsessed with ketchup. Eats it on a lot of her food. Damaged the bottom quite a bit on trying to get it out, but I saved the rest of the cucumber. Just scraped the bottom a little bit. Anyways, my one twin is obsessed with ketchup. She eats it a lot with a lot of her food. I had a jar of ketchup downstairs in my pantry room, I call it. It's not a cold room, but it's where I keep a lot of my canned products and whatever. So I remembered I had a jar of ketchup downstairs, and I tell my husband that. And she goes, I don't want homemade ketchup. And I'm like, good, because we don't have any. And so I said, scoop it under her plate. Don't let her see it's coming out of the mason jar, because then she definitely won't eat it. That little girl ate every little last drop on her plate. So I don't want to hear that you don't like homemade ketchup, because I just told you that we didn't have any, yet you still ate the whole thing of ketchup. So it's just the mindset. Like, they know I'm making things homemade, and it's a little transition, okay? It's a transition for my family. But they better learn to transition real quick. Will, I'm talking to you too, because I ain't playing no games back here. I really want to know why cucumbers are just so freaking pokey. I almost want to go get a pair of garden gloves to get these out. For my friends over at B&J Farms, I am thinking about you right now, as I quite often do when I'm back here. I have 2 little cucumbers that just did not either pollinate all the way. I can tell they're not gonna grow much more. Like, clearly something went wrong with this cucumber. So my last video, they commented and told me I should have given my zucchini that I tossed out into the woods to my chickens, and I didn't even think about it. Like, I don't know why I didn't think about it. I give my chickens my scraps all the time. But now, these cucumbers that just did not grow, weirdly grow, whatever you want to call it, these are going to my chickens, and I'm thinking about you. So thanks for the tip. I'm sure my chickens are going to appreciate you just as much as I do. So this is a part that nobody really talks about too often, at least in my opinion. When it comes to growing your own food, it is not all rainbows and sunshines all the time. It's not just about the pretty garden trellises or the harvests full of baskets, the full baskets of harvests that you see online. Sometimes you have to fight to protect what you're growing. Like, I did not spend hours and hours and hours and days and hours back here planting and building trellises and doing everything I can to grow food that my family can eat all winter long, just for some stupid freaking cucumber beetles and squash bugs to take out my plants. A lot of the times when I'm back here in my garden, I'm at war. I've tried a few different things with mixed results. I've tried neem oil, spinosad, soapy water. I tried this vacuum thing, which I am about to go to war again with. This is my weapon for war right now. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use this thing, because for the first week and a half, I was spraying with neem oil and spinosad and hand picking these guys, and I got a couple dozen that way. After I got this bad boy, it's so much less effort to get these things off my plants. So let me show you. That literally took me 5 seconds to catch one. Now I'm gonna go find more. I lied, they must have been doing an activity because I have 2 in here. I have a batch of eggs over here on my zucchini plants. Let me just vacuum those up real quick. Oh, you would not believe how many bugs I'm getting so easily with this thing. They're about to be dumped into this little bucket of soapy water I keep back here. And the best part, I don't have to touch them. Ridiculous how much I got. Like, can you see the eggs rolling around there in it? Probably not, but geez. Ugh, so gross, so gross, so gross, so gross. Sorry guys, it's not you, it's me. Rem, what do you say about the homemade pickles?
I'm not sure that I'm gonna like them.
Why?
I just don't know.
There you have it, but guess what? Rem, you're gonna learn how to like homemade pickles, got it?
This is gonna be a nightmare.
Go figure my battery died on that little handheld vacuum. It has a 30-minute battery life, but I'm seeing way too many eggs on especially my zucchini plants that I can't not go through and get them all out. So as much as I hate touching the eggs and the bugs with my bare hands, I'm just gonna go through and get at least the eggs off all of my plants that I see, and we'll go from there. I shouldn't say bare hands, I went and got a glove. I just destroyed at least 10 batches of eggs. That's insane. Off only my zucchini, might I add. I still have my butternut squash down yonder to go through. I don't want to spend too much more time talking about my war against my cucumber beetles and my squash bugs, but I'm pretty sure they know what they're up against because I just found eggs way up here on that leaf and they know damn well I can't reach them. Not without a fight at least, so maybe my husband will bring out a ladder and get up there and get them off for me. I am giving these potatoes permission to die anytime now. I am so ready to dig these up. If you're new here, I am growing 2 different types of green beans. Over here in this front section, I have about 50 plants of bush beans. Over here on this trellis and over here up yonder, I have a green bean that's called Cherokee Trail of Tears. Now, what's cool about the Trail of Tears green bean is they produce until the frost hits. They're an indeterminate, and they're kind of like a dual purpose variety. I keep telling people, like, yes, you can pick them and eat them fresh, or you can leave them on the vine, let them completely dry out, and they're either your seeds for next year or your dried beans for the winter. Black beans that you can make like soup and chili out of. And they are finally starting to produce. I have a big old handful in my hand right now, and I am only a third of the way through my green bean picking for the day. Green beans kind of blend in, and it's always like a search for them, I feel. Especially with how tight all of these plants are for me. Now, I'm not even saying this to sound dramatic, but I'm growing so many green beans, I really don't think I'm going to need to plant green beans next year because I'm just growing so much and it's just the beginning of the season and I already canned up some inside. Like, I'm gonna have so many green beans on my pantry shelf that I think I'll be good for even next year. These peas are done and ready to be pulled, and I've been saying that for a few videos now, and today's the day I'm gonna pull them to where I can plant a few more cucumber plants in their spot. Now, I just wanna point out, if peas are your favorite vegetable, you might be a weirdo. Just kidding, I love me some peas. I'm really big into trying not to waste anything around here. So all of this, including those 2 little cucumbers I pulled earlier, are about to be treats for my chickens. Thank you again, B&J Farms, for giving me the idea. Because I'm sure if she didn't mention that thing about the zucchini a few days ago, I probably would have thrown this in my compost pile. Which I guess is still considered not wasting anything because it feeds my compost for my garden next year. But I'd still rather have my chickens have a little extra treat. They feed me and I feed them. Here, chicky, chicky, chicky. You're gonna like it. Come on. Stop hiding. Come here. Come here. Come on, you. Come on. I hear my husband coming. I'm gonna leave so that they can enjoy their snack. Hey, you're just in time to redo the water. Look at how cute this little baby egg is. The next two tasks I want to try to get done today are planting my pickles and then going over there and planting my fall carrots. So I'm just gonna scrape up this bed, get the soil nice and loose, and go from there. These are the pickles I'm planting next. I keep saying pickles, but if I say pickles, just know that I'm talking about my cucumbers, all right? These are the cucumbers I'm planting next. I'm just gonna go ahead and sow 6 of these seeds. That was so much faster than I thought it was going to be. I have no idea why I've been dreading doing that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm just coming over here and loosening up the soil so I can plant some carrots again. Now I'm planting Danver half-long carrots again. And let me tell you, I just pulled up my Danver half-long carrots like 2 weeks ago. I do have a video about that. And I got 88 really good sized carrots, and I feel like I'm a pro at growing carrots now, and I wish I would have filled up all of my empty bed space with carrots, but I'm planting my fall round of carrots now. 4 packs of Danver half-long carrots. I thought I had 5. I found these for 50% off at my local drug mart. So pro tip, if you want cheaper seeds, even though seeds are already pretty cheap, get them at the end of the season. I don't know. That's what I did. So something I learned from my last round of carrots is thinning your carrots is the key to a good sized carrot. You need to make sure they have at least 2 to 3 inches in between each carrot top to where they have a decent amount of space to grow and thicken up. Also, something else that I learned is I don't need to space my carrot rows 15 inches apart, which is what I did. I wasted a lot of space in this bed. I could have probably doubled my carrot harvest if I would have just made the rows a little bit closer together. So I'm just gonna sprinkle them in. And when the carrots get about 3 inches tall, that's when I'll do my first round of thinning. I want to talk real quick about my onions because for a while there, I wanted to pull out my onions so badly. I was so over the jungle mess that they became after a windstorm, or I know it started with a windstorm, but after that, I just don't know if something just kept getting into them and knocking them over. And I thought for sure they weren't going to grow. I almost pulled them up until a subscriber or a commenter, one of the two, said, leave them be, they're gonna be just fine. And I am so happy that I listened to that comment. So thank you if you were the one that commented that. I have onions this year because of that. So let me show you. I have a few really decent sized ones. A lot of them are like, little baby ones, but still are gonna be used for something around the homestead. And I have more over here. I'm fully aware that this looks like a complete mess. I'm embarrassed to show it, but I just wanted to show if you have a little bit of faith, things can still work out in your favor. Plants just want to grow and thrive. Like my vegetable garden does so much better when I'm not out here every day nitpicking everything. Like if I go away for 3 days and come back, everything just explodes. And my husband always says things just want to survive. I just want to point out we're just a normal family. We both work at the post office. We're raising 3 young kids, and if we can make this happen, If we can grow and produce our own food from our backyard, I fully believe anybody can do this. You just have to start, and you just have to brace yourself, because you're not going to be a complete pro the first couple of years. But if this is year 2 for us, I can't imagine what year 5 is going to look like. In this video, I was also going to harvest these 2 zucchini I have back over here, but they're just not ready yet. I was going to take them inside and make zucchini pizza bites out of them. If you know anything about zucchini, you know once it starts growing, it does not stop, and you have to start getting creative about what you make with it. So I was going to take them inside and make zucchini pizza bites, and they're just not ready yet. I need to still give it maybe a day or 2, and then I'll make that portion of the video. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Along with my next video, I think I'm going to include some pickle making. Our garlic's been out here drying for a few weeks now. They're all pretty dry, so I'm going to go ahead, go through, cut off the tops, and cut off some of the roots. And honestly, I might just make a bunch of minced garlic with this, and then buy a variety that I know which variety. We got this from my mother-in-law, but I have no idea what kind of garlic this is. So I really want to know exactly what I'm planting. Something cool about garlic, though, is once you plant it, you never have to buy it again, because each individual clove turns into a whole new garlic plant, and that's just something so cool, I think. And this is something else that's been on my to-do list that I've just been dreading doing, but I am relieved to finally be getting it over with. I cannot believe it only took me about 2 minutes to do that to my garlic, and I was dreading it for so long. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. If you like this video and you want to see more of us, I'll put another video up on screen I think you'll enjoy. Till then, stay healthy, stay blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.